I do want to share what the Wow Warrior Award is. The Wow Warrior Award came to be about 3 years ago, and it was developed to run alongside with Women's History Month. My thought was that, wow, we tend to highlight all the trailblazers that have gone before us, but a lot of times they are deceased. It's very hard for a woman who is trying to stand up and stand out and feel powerful and follow a great example when they're no longer here. And so my thought was, why aren't we honoring women who are crushing it right now, who are really doing the thing to get the thing, and who are standing up and standing out as that unrepeatable miracle? They know themselves, they know their worth, they're not requiring external validation for their self-worth. They know they have value in this world. And so that is actually what was sort of the thing that started the Wow Warrior platform, to explain wow. The word wow actually has two meanings in my world. It originally starts within the Stop Self-Bullying movement that I have been leading, which is war on words warrior, because we are always in the fight with these words that circulate in our head, many times leading into the negative. And so we want to always focus on working to manage those words in our head, because our words create our world. And as it evolved into the Wow Warrior platform, Wow, it stands for Woman of Worth. That Woman of Worth has actually managed to, most of the time, no one is perfect, but most of the time, manage that narrative up there. And they've also are secure in the knowledge that they are here to uplift and inspire other women to excel as much as they are excelling as themselves and being purpose driven themselves. This woman that you guys are going to see, each one of them has been through a lot of challenges, heartaches, tests, temporary defeats, so much more. And it isn't that they haven't been through some stuff, as I like to say. It's been that they've been through this stuff and they've risen like the powerful warrior that they are. And this is where I always like to say, I learned this from a speaker right before this all came to be, was that she asked the audience, do you know the difference between a soldier and a warrior? And I was like, I never thought about it. But a soldier is taught to fight and a warrior is born to fight. And that's how I knew that that word was, and I had already had that word attached to wow, but it took on a bigger meaning, because that language that we fight sometimes in our own head and sometimes that other people try to put on us externally, is that wow warrior understands that they have a choice in what goes on up here, but they are always in that fight for their worth. They know their worth. They are not confused about it at all. They know their value, and they navigate those self-bullying tendencies like a champion. The other thing that you will find about a wow warrior is that she has surrounded herself with others who will call them on it when she slips, as we will, because we are not perfect. But they have curated a network of powerful women who will say, what did you say about yourself? They will call you to the carpet for it. And they surround themselves with the strong women like you're going to see today. This is one of the reasons why I said, please connect with these women. They are far into that journey and they are able to have that hand to say, hey, wait, you know what? Let's talk about this. You need to know you control that narrative up here, but they'll call you on it. They'll be your best cheerleaders. Everyone in here is a cheerleader for one another. I've been watching it throughout the entire year. And as you listen to these 2024 honorees today, you're going to see a very common thread with these women. They're going to have all of these characteristics that I just talked about, and always there to uplift and inspire. And they know that that's part of why they're here, that that's part of their gift as a wow warrior. So without further ado, we are going to see a short video of all of the honorees. And as I said, not all of them were able to be here today. After that, we're going to bring our speakers up to the stage. So. This woman is actually a very dear friend of mine, Angie Ryan. She is a certified yoga teacher, and she is a hairstylist, but she doesn't have that anymore. But she is branching out with all of her yoga stuff. So hopefully you guys will be able to take her classes soon online. We're going to get to that, but I want to say congratulations. Whoops, congratulations to Jacqueline too for being 2024 honoree. Didn't say that. Sorry. I'll say it again and keep saying it. But Angie, congratulations for being a 2024 honoree for this year. And I'm excited to hear what you're going to share with us today.
Thank you so much, Sherri. And I kind of want to thank everybody here because this new virtual networking landscape is very new for me. I have actually met a couple of you at another one, and I apologize. Maybe I haven't followed through a whole lot yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting into this virtual world. Um, to introduce myself, I'd like to say that I have gone from pain to passion. And like Sherri alluded, I have done hair for 34 years and I have a servant's heart and I want to connect with people and help them any way I can help them. But honestly, my story began when I used to run. I distance ran, and I like to say I've always been a Clydesdale, a big, beautiful horse, not a gazelle. And maybe running wasn't supposed to be in my history, or maybe it was, and that's why I'm here today. I ran distance and I got injured in one of my feet. And I went to 9 different doctors and couldn't find a solution. Nobody could fix me. And I was losing hope. I felt like I was heading in a wheelchair because one foot was totally a mess. And I started to feel pain in my good foot. And I thought, where do I go next? If I have 2 bad feet, I can't walk. So I had a lot of fear and I went to a doctor and they wanted to do surgery and I had that red alert in my brain going, that's not what you're supposed to do. And I was complaining to somebody and they go, come to yoga. Well, I've never done yoga at that point. I said the word with disdain, yoga. And so I went to be nice to this girl, being a people pleaser, like somebody else said, and being somebody that wants to do and find solutions for people. Yes. And so I went and I thought it's an hour. I can do anything for an hour. So I went and I couldn't even take off my shoes because they hurt so bad, my feet did. After an hour, I went, what just happened to me? The breathing and the down regulation of nervous system, it felt like somebody did some little mojo to me. I was like, I want, I kept coming, even though I didn't think I could keep doing it the way everybody else was doing it. Again, did it with shoes on. Most people are barefoot and I started noticing my feet heal. And so I guess if I really want to get this as succinct as I can, I went from desperate, looking for solutions, fearful, going into a wheelchair in my mind, to feeling better emotionally, feeling better reactively, being able to choose, respond my choices instead of react because my nervous system, I was learning how to down regulate and to be calm and focused and grounded and then to heal. The healing was like the cherry on top that I didn't even know was coming. And so I studied the feet and kind of didn't mean to even teach. I was begged to teach, and I was okay. I'd do it once. I was helping my teacher who was out of town, and then when she was back, I was like, okay, I don't want this anymore. And they begged me like 3 times to come back and teach, and I kept saying no. And finally, I went, and I have studied and studied and studied. I like to say I'm a body mechanic because I think that this that we live in is your vehicle. And we don't get an owner's manual. I mean, even you get a book that tells you how to make a recipe, but you don't get a book about this. And so I want to teach you how to live in this vehicle as happily and pain-free as you can. As Sherri alluded, I am working on some online stuff that's coming in the future. Uh, I have a tech snafu going on right now. A company that has my CRM is going bankrupt. Oh, yay! But I'm transitioning on that as well. So I will send you guys a link to connect with me, but it's not my link I would have maybe normally sent. Yeah, I like that, Mona. So I'll send you a link that has all the ways to get a hold of me, and you can friend me or messenger me, or my actual website is for the studio, but I have something called coaching sessions, which maybe can be a phone call or a Zoom call. And if we want longer, we can kind of figure out when. I just don't, I got my little tech worry, but I'm learning how to navigate this world. And I thank Sherri for introducing me to it. And I feel like it's opened my mind to all kinds of new stuff. So I just can't be happier. So, as being a WOW award warrior, whatever we're calling it, I have to say I love all of you guys and I appreciate all of you guys because you guys have empowered me.
Oh, well, thank you, Angie. Now everybody else knows why I love you. One of the things that Angie is exceptional at is truly helping you get back in alignment in your body. It's something that she is an expert at. And this is why when I introduced her, uh, I said certified yoga teacher, but she is actually a yoga educator. And I like to make that distinction for her because she is not just a teacher, she is an educator. And I'll give the I guess if you want to say endorsement from my husband, who has been to several different yoga teachers in the Springfield area, but he has continued to study and go to yoga with Angie. And that is because of the expertise that she has, which is actually why I have been the pusher that I am, and it's who I am, and I don't apologize for it, but to let the world benefit from her expertise and that education and educator that she is. Because she literally, I've been with her, y'all, in a public place, and she was like, their feet hurt. She's looking at them and she says, their back hurts. And I'm like, she's not talking to him, she's just looking at him because she can see when people are in pain. And that is what I'm talking about. You can't learn that in a book. That is an expertise that she has. It's just one of the things that makes her a wonderful addition to the Wow Warrior community. Thank you, Angie, so much.
I love being here. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.